Okay.
I will ask you questions part 1, 2, and 3, and please answer the questions like usual when you have the speaking section on every Friday.
Okay.
And we started now here, and let's talk about time management, right?
Can you repeat, Mister?
So let's talk about time management. Time
Time
management.
management.
Okay, yeah.
Time management.
Okay, thank you. And what is the hardest part about making a plans?
For me, the hardest part for making a plan is because sometimes I don't know what to do first, and and um, and then how to arrange it, the activity then.
Okay, thank
That's
you.
why
Okay, thank you. And what is the latest plan that you
yeah,
have made?
the latest plan that I have made.
Yeah.
The latest plan that I have made is my work, my job list in my workplace. Because there's so many, I don't know how to start because every job, every work that I have to do that day, it's a priority. So I don't know how to put which one is the most priority first because each other is related.
Okay, thank you. So do you make plans every day?
Mostly yes, I make plan every day because it's make easier for me to make a arrangement for my job, my practice, and it's easier to know which one is not done yet.
Okay, thank you. And now let's talk about holidays. Okay.
Okay.
So can you describe your perfect holiday that you have made?
My perfect holiday is Saturday. I think Saturday is my perfect holiday because I went out to have my activity. It's like an extracurricular activity. I go out and go to visit another city just to fulfill that activity. And after the activity is finished, I can go visit another place in the same city. And when I go there, I feel like refreshed because it's like new environment for me.
Okay, thank you. So which one do you prefer? So to spend time on a mountain, a beach, or going around cities center?
Well, I think I prefer to go to the mountain. It's like refreshing, and the air is clean and refreshed, and seeing and the weather is good too, and it's quiet place I think, and it's kind of refreshing sometimes to be there by yourself.
Okay, and what was the best holiday in your life?
The best holiday in my life,
Yeah.
um, I think when I visit Yogyakarta. Yogyakarta is best city. Is the rhythm in Yogyakarta is a bit lower in another big city. That's why I enjoy my holiday when I visit Yogyakarta, and also there's a lot of good place with a very beautiful scenery. That's why I think it is the most memorable holiday for me.
Okay, and the next question is, let's talk about a countryside. Okay.
Countryside. Okay.
Okay, would you like to live in the countryside in the future?
I think I would like to live in countryside since is a very the First is the rhythm in the countryside. Of course, it's a bit slower than the city. And second of all is, of course, because the weather and the people in countryside, it's more friendly than people in city, and the weather is good. I think it's very good environment for me, and I I love in situation or environment which is quiet like that. I enjoy myself in that environment.
Okay, thank you. And so, what is the difference between living in the countryside and the city center?
The city center.
Yes, the difference between living in the countryside and the city center.
Well, in based on my experience, the difference between life in countryside and the city center, first of all, is because the rhythm of life in countryside, first it's slower, but in the city it's faster because everyone is busy, uh, and of course because the city sometimes a traffic jam. That's why it seems like time is moving fast. But in countryside, everything is slower, and the people in countryside is also friendly. I think that's the difference. Live
Okay.
in countryside and city center.
Okay, thank you. And what do people living in the countryside like to do?
Like, oh, okay. Most people, I think, is have their own home business. Most of There's a lot of stores in countryside, or maybe they have some farm and like vegetable farm, vegetables, or maybe like a cow farm. I think that's the business mostly they do in countryside.
Okay, thank you very much. And now let's move to speaking part two. So
Okay.
have you prepared paper and pencil there?
Uh, Excuse me, can you repeat?
So please prepare your pencil and paper there
Okay.
because I will show you the
Oh,
questions.
wait. Yes. Okay.
So can you read the questions that I shared to the screen? Okay, can you read it?
Yes, yes, I can read it.
Okay, that's great. Then you have 1 minute to prepare for these questions. Then we can start now. Okay, thank you very much, Miss Fina.
Yeah. Okay.
So then you have 2 minutes to talk. Do not stop before you are being interrupted. Then we can start now. Okay.
Okay. The famous business executive that I admire is Steve Jobs. He is a CEO of Apple. Is an I, IT and or IT or headphone cell uh, phone cell application, which is very famous in United States. And why I know and something that I know about him is that he is so creative and a good leader, of course. And he has also good, not good at, I'm sorry, uh, very not sad past about his relationship with his parents, uh, but he still make a success despite uh, very not good environment because of her family situation. And what skill are he? Uh, I think for his leadership that I know is he's a very creative related to his expertise in IT and of course about communication in Apple. He can create so many things like the Fast app and make IT big. I'm sorry, not IT,
Okay.
but
Thank you.
Apple.
Thank you very much, Miss.
Yes.
And okay, and now let's move to speaking part 3.
Okay.
Okay, and now let's talk about jobs.
Okay. Good.
Okay, do you think that university education helps students to find a good job in your country?
I think in several university has a good system that support their students to find a good job.
Okay, could you please give one, two, or example and why you say so?
For examples, uh, one of biggest university in West Java has like some job center which every student who's graduated from its university can join by some showing their alumni card, or maybe before they're graduated they can show it by their student ID card, so they can get any information about jobs and of course maybe join for preparation to get into a job market.
Okay, thank you. And how do university students make their career plans in your country?
Um, Most of students make a job plan for their careers next is start at in a few semester before it ends. For example, like in semester, mostly in semester 6, they're already planning about their graduated thesis, and sometimes they're also join some um, job on training and on some field. And sometimes they also join a seminar, a national seminar, to give them some knowledge related about uh, the field that they will try to into when they're graduated later, or maybe sometimes most of them are join in some new job that is not related, like internship in some fast food restaurant or some startup industry. I think that after they may join in some seminar or internship like that, they will start their graduation projects so they can graduate soon, so they can find a job faster than their planning.
Okay, thank you. And how can people learn? So if they find difficulties when they start the new job?
Excuse me, can you repeat, Mister?
So how can people learn from their difficulties when they first start their new job?
I think first of all, they find about difficulties in the first time join some job. I think by reading the job description. Based on my experience, when I first time joined my first job, I'm a bit difficult because I don't know what to do and what kind of responsibility that I have related to my position. And but my superiors provide me with some job description for a new member who's joined. So I think first thing that most people who that start their first job is because they don't know what to do at first related to their position.
Okay, thank you. And why is it difficult for young people to choose a job or to choose their profession?
Based on my experience, young people still have an ideal thought about what kind of job they want to do. They want to do exactly like their ideal plan. But when they're graduated and into a society, sometimes it is not exactly as like they thought first. And in some point for me, I think they need to change it or adapt in that kind of situation, which is I think not young people can do because they still keep their ideal side of them about the job they want to do.
Okay, thank you. And what factors do young people consider when they choose a profession?
I think the first thing is the factor is about they knowing their self and they knowing what they want to do about themselves. I think it's the biggest factor they need to have. Sometimes because they still keep the ideal plan of them, but when it's not exactly seems like as they wanted, they can accept it. But and then they keep force them force their ideal into that kind of situation. I think they need to understand first themselves and try and knowing what they want to do, and of course adapt to the society.
Okay, thank you. The last questions. So what professions are most popular with young people in your country?
I think the profession.
Yes. What profession are most popular with young people in your country now?
I think most people in my most young people in my country recently is into like a business, like a home business, like startup or maybe a home food baking business. Recently, it's popular in my country.
Okay, thank you very much. This is the end of the speaking test. So I will give you the feedback after I rewatch this performance, Miss Vinaya.
Okay,
Thank you very
you.
much. Thank you
Thank you
for
very much.
yeah.